But the donkeys especially like in the seasons when they're cutting sugarcane or whatever, then they're working all the time every day. They don't get a chance to run around and behave like a normal animal. You know, sometimes we get horses come in here, they get away from their owner and they just go running around like crazy because they never get the chance to do that. So it's just people just don't have fields to put their animals. Yeah, I mean you see some places are like a garage area where people put their animals at night time, but they're all tied up. So it would be really nice to, that's my new project, give a donkey a day off.
It is a bloodworm going through the blood, and this is the larva of this one. It is like a burrow inside. This is only in Egypt, or you can say in South Africa. South Africa and North Africa, the hot countries here. You see this white cheesy material? This is the larva, make all this.
We have a lot of children come in, especially in the mornings. We have an English lady that volunteers here, and she's great with children. She has a lot of patience. The children come in to see her with their puppies. A lot of children here take puppies away from their mothers very young, just for something to play with. So they are literally just playing with them. They're trying to make them fight with each other, that kind of thing. They become aggressive later on and then they throw them away. So anyway, they bring them in and Pauline teaches them how to de-tick, de-flea. We give them wormers and she teaches them how to groom them properly, how to wash them. So she's absolutely wonderful. Because I'm not very good with children. We give the children collars for the dogs. A lot of children just go outside and sell it to somebody else or anything. Some kids, for instance, come with a dog and they love it. You see them with the same collar and same lead for weeks, which is a long time for us, a long, long time. About other children, all they're thinking about is coming and getting something free and going again. And that's very difficult. We've started to make them pay 1 or 2 Egyptian pounds for the collar in the hopes that they'll appreciate it and keep it. But even that doesn't work. If they can get more for it, they'll sell it. And a lot of people say, like, we'll send you out lots of halters or we'll send you lots of stuff. But honestly, it causes such a headache. They start off usually with something that they've made for it, and then something breaks, and then they use any bit of string or wire that they find anywhere to fix it. So they end up with a mishmash of all sorts of things. And we have tried in the past to get head collars and halters and give them to them, or get them to buy them, either way around, whatever. And it's just an impossible task. Say for instance we give this guy a head collar. What he'll do is he'll go outside, he'll sell it to somebody else and he'll put the rubbish back on his. We buy webbing on a roll here, which is quite cheap. I'd rather have the money and buy that and make them something than bring something from Europe, because they will fight over something that comes from outside of Egypt. Whereas something that's made here, they're more likely to keep it on them. You learn these things over years, so in the beginning I was thinking, oh yeah, bring everything over, and get people to send stuff. But it is difficult also to send things here because of the customs. They want to charge you 100% customs on what they think it's worth new, rather than something that's second hand. The horses and donkeys are not vaccinated here. There isn't any program for it, and we unfortunately can't afford to do tetanus. I would like to be able to vaccinate against tetanus. It would be very nice. But it's, you're talking about thousands of animals, and to be able to just mark them so you know who you've done and who you haven't done. You can't trust the people to carry a card or bring it back. Wormers, we do worming if we see an animal that is obviously needs worming, or they physically see worms and they usually come and show us the worms they've got. So then we give them a wormer. But wormers are something also that we don't have a regular supply of. Here it's very hard to get a regular supply of anything. So you can get a lot of something, and then you don't see it for 6 months. Pfizer very kindly donated 2 pallet loads of wormers for us. So we paid to get it here. It was all burnt at the airport. Because the reason Pfizer gave it to us in the first place was because it had 5 months to the sell-by date. When it got here, they said, no, it's got to have 6 months, and they destroyed it. So if we've got to buy anything, we really need to buy it here. Women here are not treated with the same sort of respect as they are in our world at all. And here you're pretty much a second-class citizen as a woman, and people will not listen to you. But the good thing about Luxor is that tourists, as in anybody foreign, is like a god here. And so, for instance, when I was first here and I saw children or people beating their animals, I would go grab the stick and I'd be incensed and I'd go and bash them with it. You know, really, because you can't control your emotions when you see that. And so you just want to hit the owner. But you learn over time that if you do that, they're more likely to hit the animal more because you've embarrassed them in front of somebody, because a woman has hit a man, which is very embarrassing for him. And so you learn not to do that because you know you're going to get the animal into more trouble. But you can take the stick and throw it away, and they'll usually accept that. Most kids in this area, when they see me, they'll throw the stick away by themselves. Some of them even go running. But in general, living here is fine. The last 2 years I've been married to a lovely Egyptian man. He's good, he respects me, he expects... Most people here respect the fact that I'm kind of the manager here, and so I'm the boss, and so they've got to be controlled by me, shouted at by me, so they're quite good like that. We'd like to finish our new centre, that would be really nice. To get that sorted out, and then I'd like someone to franchise what we've got and do it all over the country, that would be really good.